Hello people, Darren Gee, 5 Alive, Choose a Life Not a Knife, United Kingdom. Finally, today, the German Starmer is apparently going to announce that there's a national inquiry to do with the Pakistani grooming gangs, torture gangs that exist within our country, within our communities, that have targeted young white girls in particular. In stating that, let's not forget or take the eye or be distracted from the fact that there is loads of monsters within our communities with all sorts of religions, skin colours and beliefs. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Well, let's get back to the particulars of what we're speaking about. And that's Pakistani young men targeting young before puberty children, stealing their virginity and their innocence deliberately because they're white. This isn't insinuation, assumption. This is fact. It's clarification. It's not information. It's fact. It's proven on a regular basis, umpteen times, up and down the land, in the real court system within the land. God only knows how many of these offences have been pushed into the Sharia law courts that have been implemented whilst under Labour rule. Within London, you've got Sharia courts acting independently from the English law of courts. Courts of law, sorry. Under Siddiq Khan, you have probably had hundreds, if not hundreds, and thousands of offences similar to this, to do with young Muslim children being brushed under the carpet, away from, as stated, the English courts of law. Every week we're seeing new cases where people within the Islamic community, particularly Pakistani men, not all of them, but like every community, you get washed with the same brush if you don't hold people to account. Finally, we've had a report by one of the elite. This isn't out of the blue. It might be for you as someone that's watching on. But Starmer now announcing that there's going to be a national inquiry. He's known that for 6 or 8 weeks. He's known what's been in the inquiry for quite a long time. He's had time to read it, prepare, and put things in place going forward. He's done that using the new Justice Bill. You know, implementing new time frames and years for convictions that a lot of people in this national inquiry are going to receive and be out within 6 months. We've got victims close to 1 million girls or more up and down this country. Every city has been touched. We hear of the usual ones: Telford, thanks to Tommy Robinson, Rotherham, Oldham, Manchester, Newcastle. Loads of places, including Liverpool, which has been covered up immaculately by Labour and Merseyside police for decades. If you're a Scouser, you all know the Pakistani market in the city centre and the precinct on the 2nd floor. Right, major cover up. But let's move to the present day. The announcement that Starmer's made. It's a national inquiry. How many national inquiries are ongoing? How long have they been ongoing for? What about the Greenfield Towers? What about the Hillsborough inquiry? Think about it. This national inquiry is going to go beyond next Parliament. It won't be resolved in this Parliament. It'll go beyond. The people that should be getting held accountable will be gone, moved, dismissed. Lords will disappear. It's going right up the chain, they know it. The solicitors already know the laws, the angles, and how they're going to come at it to protect the upper elite. Your local MPs that was involved, your local police that was involved, your local social services that are involved, these are ones that are all going to get hung out to dry for the public to judge. We're going to forget King Charles. Why? Because his puppets take the pressure for him. National inquiry, as I say, is going to take years. A lot of these perpetrators are selling up now. You've only got to go and look at your local property lists and look what type of shops and who's selling them. You know, it's there to see. People are rushing to sell the property and get the fuck out of these places because they know shit's going to hit the fan. They've been notified, like the majority of the councils and the MPs involved in the cover-up have been notified that there's an inquiry coming. You know, there's a major clear-up going up right now and you're under your noses. Businesses being sold all over the place by these type of individuals. So they've been informed. Shit's going to hit the fan. They're all going to bail. In that time, in that 5 years or something for this national inquiry to come to fruition and people to be held accountable, people will be gone, people will unlive themselves, you're going to get a mess here. Do you understand? There's going to be major civil unrest. Why? Because a lot of men, like me, who have embraced all within this country, are going to understand the true details of what's been happening to young girls, our young white girls. And these young Pakistani men, 18, 19, 20, have been targeting young white girls for 3 decades. They're getting arrested when they're 40, but they've been at it since they were 18. This is how long it's taken for any victims to get justice, if they get justice, if they can survive the trauma, if they still live with us today. As a country, as British, as English-born men, as Irish-born men, as Scottish-born men, and Welsh-born men, we need to come together and understand it's our children within our poor communities that have been getting left to be tortured, terrored, unlived in loads of situations. We need to start taking a stand and understanding that if we don't protect our children, they're always going to be abused.